Hello, and welcome to week 6, day 41 of Man versus Violin. So I'm in my 6th week right now of practicing the violin. I haven't had as much time this week to practice as I would have liked because I've been dealing with a lot of after effects from the storms that have been coming in to my area. So the Man versus Violin compound has sprung many leaks. So I've been trying to tend to those. But I have been able to practice every day, even if for a little bit. I'm trying to right now work on the Suzuki book, the song "O Come Little Children." And that song's been kind of challenging for me because when I'm fingering the A string, I'm trying not to accidentally hit up against the E string, which causes a really terrible buzzing noise. So that's especially noticeable with the C sharp when I'm trying to play a C sharp on the A string, trying to keep my finger as far away from the E string as possible. So that's been kind of a challenge. And also the song "O Come Little Children" has an up bow, a stop, and then another up bow. So trying to get that timing right has also been kind of a challenge. So "O Come Little Children" from the Suzuki book. Still a work in progress, but if you listen to last week's Man versus Violin, you'll see that was much better than last week. And that's the thing about learning any musical instrument. Progression just takes time. You just have to play things over and over. The other one that I've been working on from Suzuki is Go Tell Aunt Rhody. And then the other big three from the Suzuki book that I'm trying to kind of work on is Song of the Wind as well. So that's where I'm at with the Suzuki book, coming along slowly. I'm also working at the same time with the Mel Bay book, which is the book that, that's a different book. That's another one that I'm working on. So I'm also trying to work with the Mel Bay book, which is the book that came with the violin. And with that one, I'm on the song Russian Dance Tune. And Russian Dance Tune has got some movement between the D on the A string to the F sharp on the E string, and then back to the D, and then the C sharp on the A string over to the open E string, and then back to the C sharp. So this one's also got some challenges because you're moving between strings, and I'm trying to really be aware not to touch my finger up against the other string as I'm playing one string. So I think right now at week 6, that's my kind of my biggest hurdle right now, to work on fingering the strings without hitting my finger up against the other string. So that's where the challenge is right now. So in previous episodes, I mentioned that I had removed the fine tuners on the G and the D strings. And my plan was to remove the fine tuner from the A string this week as well. But I think I'm going to wait another week on that. I've been feeling a lot more comfortable with tuning the violin just using the tuning pegs on the G and D strings. And I think I'm going to give it another week before removing the fine tuner on the A string. But one change I did make to the violin is I changed out the chin rest. So the chin rest that came with the violin was one that was centered off to the side. And just for me personally, that it wasn't comfortable. I was having a hard time holding the violin just with my chin. I could do it, but it wasn't very comfortable. I was having to lean my head over. So I went to Fiddler Shop and got this more centered chin rest. And just for me personally, I find that makes a big difference. The violin's a lot more comfortable to hold. This is kind of the position where I feel comfortable with. So I can just put the violin here, and it's not super comfortable. It's still getting used to that idea of having something jabbing into your neck, but it's a lot more comfortable than it was with the chin rest that came with the violin. So that's one suggestion I would make to people, is to kind of experiment with chin rests. They're not that expensive, so making a change, and even if it doesn't work for you, maybe trying another kind of chin rest and seeing if that kind of helps with holding the violin, because it definitely makes a difference when you're not uncomfortable holding the instrument. I'm also able to hold this position on my left hand a lot longer than I was when I first started. So I can play now 15-20 minutes without my left wrist cramping up, which is a big improvement. So next week, I'm going to continue with the songs I'm working on. I'm also going to remove the fine tuner on the A string. And I've also ordered a few more things to kind of help with violin maintenance. Another book that I'm working on that I just started was this Fast Track violin book I just got this book not too long ago, so I'm still kind of working through some of the tunes at the beginning. But um, after 6 weeks, I'm seeing the main challenge right now is trying to accurately finger the strings, not only in the right spot, but without bumping into other strings as well. So that's it with week 6, day 41 of Man vs. Violin. Thank you for tuning in and have a great week.